Welcome to this edition of America's Top Land and Ranches. I'm your host, David Z. Today we're heading to the Big Sky cattle country of East Central Montana with Chris and Melinda Jeffrey of Thistledew, Montana Grasslands. We'll be touring the Bull Mountain Ranch, a 3,800-acre cattle ranch located 1 hour from Billings. Ample water, abundant Montana hardgrass, and world-class hunting present a truly unique investment opportunity. Saddle up a horse as we ride out on this edition of America's Top Land and Ranches. Welcome to America's Top Land and Ranches. I'm your host, David Z. We've got a great program lined up as we head to East Central Montana and the Bull Mountain Ranch, a 3,800-acre Montana grass cattle ranch that's loaded with possibilities. Private and secluded in the heart of the Bull Mountain Range, yet less than 1 hour from the Billings Airport. I'm excited to introduce our guests, Chris and Melinda Jeffrey of Thistledew, Montana Grasslands, who have the listing. Chris and Melinda know this ranch well. They also sold it to the current owners years ago after only a 45-minute showing, which speaks to the quality and appeal of this great ranch. I first met Chris and Melinda as the associate publisher of the Land Report magazine, and our friendship has grown over nearly 10 years. Chris and Melinda are experts in the Montana land, ranch, and real estate markets. They've been the broker owners of Thistledew, Montana Grasslands, a full-service land and ranch brokerage for over 25 years. Through their hard work, boots on the ground, real-world experience, Chris and Melinda have developed proven systems to help both buyers and sellers maximize opportunities and enjoy the abundance of the Montana lifestyle. Chris and Melinda, welcome to you both.
Hi, David. Good morning.
Good morning. I wanted to start by touching on the history of success that you've had with your brokerage. You've completed thousands of successful land and ranch transactions, often forming enduring relationships with clients along the way. You consistently outperform the real estate averages in the state of Montana in terms of days on market and properties sold. You also live and work the Montana ranch lifestyle every day from your home ranch near Joliet, which is headquarters for your cattle operation and annual sale. So I'm wondering, how have these experiences helped to drive the success that you've had with your brokerage?
Well, I think probably the basis of our success comes from the fact that we chose to focus on what we love, which is land. And then as we built our cattle operation, which is also something we loved, and thought about our future and where we wanted to be in Montana and how we wanted to be. And when we were able to create a synergy between the two companies to help both sellers and buyers in the land side of the business, it's when it seemed like it ended up gelling together, and we just ended up really just compounding our success.
So I agree. I think that what is so helpful for us in the land and ranch brokerage side of things, helping buyers and sellers immensely, is the fact that we live it and we understand it. And that's, I think, a huge benefit to our customers, which is why we were able to be so much more helpful, I think, and a lot more depth than just selling a piece of ground and transferring a deed.
And that's where the hands-on, everyday knowledge becomes an invaluable asset, I'm sure. What other ways, direct benefits from your own ranching lifestyle that translate into your client's experience?
We have an annual production sale. We work this ranch in a way that we are conservationists. We want to see our elk population improve. We want to see the mule deer population improve, and we've actually had that success by grazing management practices, and these are all intimate experiences that we have that apply directly to our sellers and buyers, and they're we want to have that lifelong experience with them and help them far past the sale of a property.
I would imagine that many times that journey begins on your website, which is montanagrasslands.com. And it's loaded with useful information, not just about listings, but about Montana and about what the experience of working with your brokerage looks like.
It seems like when people go to our website and they do see our cattle program and our self-made background, that they feel really comfortable in us helping them with the whole process of purchasing a ranch and them being successful. To them, it's almost like that feeling you get if you bought a franchise where you know it's already successful and you just need that help to take away the things that can sometimes sting a buyer in a negative way. But we make that easy.
Well, I think you make it easier for your clients because you've got 25 years experience guiding buyers and sellers through the process. And let's face it, that's an intangible quality and value of working with experienced brokers. Once again, we are speaking with Chris and Melinda Jeffrey, land brokers and owners of Thistledew, Montana Grasslands. You can call them at 406-962-3310. That's 406-962-3310. The email address is info@montanagrasslands.com, and the website is montanagrasslands.com. Okay, let's shift gears and talk about the Bull Mountain Ranch, a 3,800 plus acre grass ranch with exceptional hunting, prime ranch land, outstanding water, and beautiful scenery. It's located near Warden, Montana, about an hour northeast of Billings in the Bull Mountains. The ranch offers a rare combination of seclusion and privacy within relatively close proximity to the airport and the city of Billings. From the ranch, you're 45 minutes from the Billings Airport and less than an hour into town for shopping, dining, entertainment, plus hospitals and healthcare. So very conveniently located. The ranch has a headquarters compound plus the Steamboat Butte House, which is a pristine 4-bedroom lodge sitting atop the highest elevation on the ranch with sweeping long-range views. The pictures just don't do this ranch justice. Melinda, you know the ranch well. Why don't you speak for a moment about what makes this place so special?
I think I want to talk about the diversity. I think it has a little bit of something for everybody, which is what I love the most about it. And that's why the owners bought it a decade ago with us. They're very close friends that we know from the cattle business. And they came up to look at ranches, and we looked at ranches for a couple days. And then it was actually Chris. We had kind of come up short on those showings for what they wanted. And then Chris was flipping through the Montana Land magazine, and he found this one, which seemed to have that balance that they wanted. So we went up to show this to them. We had about an hour, I think, before they had to hit the airport. And in about 45 minutes, they knew they wanted to own it, and they've owned it now a decade. So that's what is beautiful about it. It's got everything a person needs for privacy, seclusion, recreation, entertaining. It's got the Steamboat Butte House, which is a beautiful log lodge. And then it also has a working headquarters as well. So it kind of has everything, but you're 45 minutes to the Billings Airport. So I think that says a lot about this ranch.
Well, it certainly has no shortage of incredible scenery. This photograph that we're showing right now is just breathtaking, and it just screams Montana. Chris, why don't you take us through this photograph and tell us what we're looking at?
What I like about this ranch is, and this view right here is from the lodge, and it's just incredible, huge, expansive, no houses, anything in the view, monumental feeling when you're on the top of that butte looking out. And this ranch has got the beauty. The one thing that most people don't have in their lives that this ranch has is it's ultra simple. It's a grass ranch, extremely well fenced, outstanding water. And it's not complicated, and it can be managed very easily. And we can sit down, and if the right person wants to talk about maybe improving some income on the ranch, versus maybe how we're managing it right now, a little more passive and not chasing income. I can help them do that with an approach with yearlings, at the same time augmenting the grasses in a way that we can help with wildlife and the hunting side of it, which is phenomenal at this ranch.
The hunting does look amazing, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Why don't we begin here at the headquarters, or the caretaker's main house and compound? It looks like it's really set up nice with some barns and corrals and some other outbuildings.
Yep, you got a hay shed, you got corrals, you got a super nice machine shed, and everything's really neat and orderly. This place has been well kept. Nice little fence going around this small caretaker's home that's probably I believe it's about 1,750 square feet, and just very, very well kept, tight and tidy little property. It's got some very, very rare, well taken care of historic log buildings on it with even a sod roof. This is extremely rare to find these older buildings that have been preserved like that. I mean, you walk in them and you feel history, and you start your imagination of man, what was this like? And it's exciting.
Very, very cool. Would these have been utility buildings or actual dwellings?
Well, it probably was an original homestead in the early days of Montana's history, and people actually lived in that. Seems a little humbling, but that's the beauty of it.
Incredible. Hello, Montana winter, right? There's a photo of the homestead building here at the front of the caretaker's house, and then it looks like it opens up into a big corral area. Is that right?
Yes. And then there's another one to the right, back in around the corrals there. They're all wood corrals with new boards in them. And you got a nice turnaround area. The lawn is irrigated there. It's just beautiful. You walk on it, it's like carpet. Very, very peaceful little place. It just really, it feels very good. And we go to lots of properties, and this is one of those that always stands out in our mind for being a place that's well fenced and tight and not a lot of sloppiness. And that's why the past owners took 45 minutes to decide this was the right place for them.
I still can't get over that. I've never heard that before. As you know, it's not uncommon for ranches to take up to a year or more to sell. They're obviously huge, sometimes complex investments. So the fact that this ranch checked all the boxes in under an hour is remarkable. One of those boxes was obviously the livestock operation and ranching potential. Chris, how about a summary?
Well, this ranch country generally supports, on a per pair basis, meaning a cow-calf pair, somewhere between 25 and 30 acres per pair. So, about 125 cows in a conventional grazing approach, which is just turning the cows out and grazing them for roughly a 6-month period. Every year is different with the drought and different things we face in Montana, but that's also part of the beauty. On the flip side, ranches in this kind of ponderosa pine country are very well suited for yearlings, and you could run substantially more yearlings here. I would love to sit down with a buyer if they want to look at ways of expanding their income, either through ownership or just selling the grass on a ranch like this, and we can establish cell grazing units, jump the income, probably double what it potentially currently has. Of course, it takes more effort and maybe more complicated for some. It just depends on what type of buyer we have.
Do prospective buyers typically welcome having that conversation with you about some of these ideas and tapping into your expertise?
They do, yeah. And sometimes, David, it's just really the sense of people get. I believe that our advantage that really helps people is that comfort with being somebody that has the confidence and has been there, done that, and we earned it from the hard way up. We didn't inherit our ranch. We had to build it, and it really just and we're not in any way push people. We really like to listen to them, and then listen even more, and the more we can learn about them, then everything starts snowballing in a direction that we're all in shock about how great it turns out. And then of course, we're looking to have a lifetime relationship like the current owners of this ranch, where now we're helping them sell this ranch, and they know we know it inside and out because we've been there. We've run cattle there. We've had heifers that sold in our sale or in our cattle program, and we've gone up there and run them through the chute with them and took records. And so we've been knee deep in this ranch, and that's a great thing to have.
It's another intangible value of working with Thistledew Montana Grasslands. Melinda, let's talk about the Steamboat Butte House. We'll go ahead and put some photographs up, and you can tell us all about it.
Absolutely, David. The Steamboat House adds a lot of value. It sits up on a high elevation, so the views are amazing, and you can't really see anybody else's home from there. So it's incredibly private. And I bet, I don't have a really accurate number on this, but I'm going to guess that house has been lived in less than a year, maybe less than 6 months, for as long as it's been built. It's practically new. So everything is in really good condition.
Well, and then I think the biggest benefit, David, that I like about it, and it's not like me to think of these things, but the way they set it up, it's number one is it's simple design, but when you have guests, they have their own bathroom, and it's just really, and it's all, there's furnishings in there. There's log beds, all that goes with the purchase price. So it's they could buy it and within 5 days be laying in a bed that's really clean and neat and perfect. And we can help them with a caretaker that's currently manages that ranch right now in an excellent way. And the owners absolutely love him. And I don't know, it doesn't get much easier.
It's an incredible place. And frankly, another box that can be checked, a custom lodge in pristine move-in condition. And, there's not a lot about this place, apparently, that's not turnkey. But let's talk now about perhaps the crown jewel of the Bull Mountain Ranch, which is the hunting and the hunting potential. Chris?
The Bull Mountains are famous for elk. That's probably the biggest prize that you're going to get. And for an example, this year, the owners applied for 3 permits, and they got 3 of them. Some years you don't always get them, but every year they have gotten an elk permit. Every year that they've hunted, they've harvested an elk. So, and it's loaded with mule deer. And, I always tell people on a ranch like this, it's not so much that you got to worry whether you're going to get one, because there's just so much abundance. That's not an issue. It's choosing the buck of your choice or maybe allowing one to go a little longer and harvesting it later. And then of course, with the big open expanse, you have antelope that come in. And so there's loads of antelope. Most all these places have lots of turkey, and the bird population in Montana, for some reason, even this year, I've seen probably close to double, if not triple, the population. Maybe we had a drier spring and allowed for a little better hatch, but over the last 10 years, we've seen an ascending pheasant population. Of course, this ranch might benefit if someone decided they wanted to put some food plots and develop that some more, but the bird hunting could be expanded on this ranch as well. And then you've got loads of coyotes, lion, and other mammals out there, bobcats and so forth.
Wow, it's hard to believe all this beauty and bounty can be found less than 1 hour from Billings. Just an outstanding example of a high-quality Montana ranch with a rich history, excellent income, and investment opportunity world-class hunting, and upland bird potential. It sounds like the sky's the limit for the Bull Mountain Ranch. Chris, any final thoughts?
No, we just thank you for your time, David. And I guess the bottom line is if they want to work with people that we love what we do and we take pride in being patient and basically creating an outcome where a person's dreams come true for them. And that's really what we're all about. The rest takes care of itself for us.
The Bull Mountain Ranch is listed with Chris and Melinda Jeffrey of Thistledew, Montana Grasslands. Once again, the phone number is 406-962-3310 for more information or to schedule a showing. You can email Chris and Melinda at info@montanagrasslands.com or visit their website at montanagrasslands.com. Visit our website at americastopranches.com, where we'll have the link as well. Chris and Melinda, thank you so much for showing us around this great property. We'll look forward to the next time you join us on America's Top Land and Ranches.